Who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Now, wait a minute,
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it.
Second place. Bah. Bah. Okay. Is it working? I don't know what's working, what's not working. Things don't like to work for me. So hi. Let's see. Solid Panarian, Scion, and I think I see a Golem on TikTok. I'm probably not gonna pay too much attention to TikTok tonight, if I'm being completely honest. Things are working for now, anyways. Yeah, on the opening, I was trying to see if that scene, image rotation thing was working, and I don't think it was. But or not the way that I had it set up. Hi, how are we tonight? It's probably not gonna be a long stream. But I got this on Keymailer, and it looked really cute, and I wanted to try it out. Like, just look at that artwork. Doesn't that look super cute already? It's some kind of mystery game. Let's see, what's the page say? A visual novel that blends urban mystery with supernatural intrigue. Players unravel the truth behind viral internet events and the peculiar mysteries, objects with supernatural power, navigating a story filled with suspense, romance, and thought-provoking commentary on internet culture. There's a prequel for it too, but it said no prior experience with the prequel is needed, which is why it's like, okay, this is cute. I'll try this out. Looks like it's working. Yeah, it's like on the opening scene. It's supposed to switch between two of the image rotator things, and I don't think it was. But yeah, no, this just looked really cute, and it sounds very intriguing, honestly. And it's a visual novel, and I'm just gonna start like recording visual novels, playing visual novels for YouTube or something. I don't know, but like it looked really cute. I kind of want to look at the prequel if I like this, but I'm excited. But yeah, I'm glad everyone's doing okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, like I said, I doubt it will be a very long stream today, but I'm gonna go for at least an hour or so. So. I think it's supposed to be fully voice acted. I think is that what that page? I was just looking at the page. I should know this. Yeah, full Chinese voice acting around 15 hours. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. But okay, anyway. Again. Recommend wearing headphones and press Y to turn on autoplay for the best experience. I am playing through a capture card. Headphones are not happening. I mean, I could use my headphones. Am I gonna plug in my headphones? But okay, autoplay. Full button prompt. Have a great time. I like that they're giving you the buttons right at the start. I'm not gonna remember any of them, but you know how many games don't give you the buttons, and you have to go looking. Killing reporter leader. Riverfield Bridge. I like cameras, especially. Especially the viewfinder. As long as I press my eye to the small optical structure. The originally fast, ungraspable, and unreachable world shrinks into a manageable scene. The camera in front of my eyes acts like a mask. Its thin body hides me from others' gazes, while the large lens can capture every tiny movement of the target without any scruples. The soft touch of the viewfinder's rubber ring against my eye socket, combined with this one-way gaze, brings such a strange sense of security. It's like peeking through a peephole from behind a solid iron door when someone knocks. Or lying on a warm windowsill during a storm, guessing how many trees will be blown down.
一个人躲在屋子里可不行，
Not hide in rooms
会发霉
alone.
的。
Look at all moldy. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's a
今
cute
天天气
voice.
多好呀！我们一起去调
Good
查
day.
吧。
Let's go investigate together. That's a cute voice. Huh? Who's there? The hem of a school uniform jacket swept across the edge of the viewfinder. I instinctively moved the camera away from my face. But the figure in the viewfinder disappeared, like mist on the river vanishing under the sunlight. I looked around blankly, finding nothing, but only seeing the deep blue sky above and the shimmering river below. In this dazzlingly bright holiday noon, I suddenly realized I was alone on the long pedestrian walkway of the Rivervale Bridge. Why am I here? And this camera, why is it in my hand? I wrapped the camera in my hand, feeling its excellent metal body, but I knew it wasn't mine. My family couldn't afford such an expensive equipment for me. My own camera is a delisted type, Phoenix 205, which she mocked as retro style. Well, if it's possible, who wouldn't want to switch between Nikon, Canon, Leica, Hasselblad like her? I turned the camera around, saw a familiar cat paw sticker. Ah, her. This is her stuff. I borrowed her camera for an interview today. The harsh ringing interrupted my thoughts. I took out my phone and saw the strange number on the screen, which had been scratched by time. I rejected the call. It looked like a virtual number, probably another spam call. Ooh, tip. Press the home button to set the screen. Oh, okay. Previously, she and I went through an unforgettable adventure. We were attacked while investigating a notorious correction school. Since then, these spam calls haven't stopped. That correction school was a private training institution disguised as a school with fully enclosed management. Bodily punishment and mental violence were their main educational methods. To save me, she exposed the dark side of the correctional school. The principal and staffs of the correction school have been detained by the police, awaiting court judgment. However, those who could support such a cruel school naturally have to have special backing. Even though the culprits were in custody, our front door was still splashed with paint. And my security number, phone number, and even personal photos were undoubtedly posted online. Our exposure of the correction school was covered up by various misleading articles, which were so-called explanations that actually diverted the facts. The mask made by the camera is not safe. In the end, a large number of short essays featuring me as protagonist appeared online. Is it time to go full vigilante? Maybe. Oh. I wasn't expecting them to give us a whole website. Today, when I went to my friend's house, I found her wrist wrapped in bandages again. She's finally decided to write down her experiences from the past few months and post them online, both to reveal the truth of what happened and to prevent more girls from getting hurt. However, the pain in her wrist and the effects of the antidepressants made it impossible for her to type. With her permission, I helped her write this piece, and she reviewed it to ensure it conveyed her thoughts accurately. The story begins at Apple Lake High in Riverville. My friend, referred to as C, and her boyfriend, referred to as B, are both students there. C is a petite, lovely girl from a wealthy family who enjoys photography and owns many expensive-looking cameras. B is not from Riverville. He transferred from a small town. He looks ordinary and dresses simply, but he performed well academically, ranking among the top in his class in the first monthly exam after transferring. B and C's seats are just across a corridor. Right after school started, B began to pursue C, and they quickly got together. At that time, I thought C was easygoing and B seemed like a good kid, so the relationship didn't seem wrong. It wasn't until a month later, when C stayed over at my house, that I first learned what happened to her. It turns out that C and B knew each other before he transferred. B lied, claiming he had worked part-time as a part-time journalist, and quickly gained C's trust. They began writing articles together and submitting them. Initially, C had good feelings for B, but one day he took her to his house, locked the door suddenly, and violently assaulted her. C said her mind went blank. She wanted to call the police, but she saw B kneeling and crying, saying he loved her, and that if she reported him, his future would be ruined, so she didn't call the police. After that day, C fell into a state of being coerced or controlled by B. I can't clearly describe C's state at the time, and she can't either. In short, although they were officially a couple, C felt like she was passively meeting B's needs. She had brought up breaking up to him to be just friends, but B's reactions were always intense. He said if she dared to break up with him, he would jump in the river. Furthermore, B wasn't as gentle as he seemed. I heard multiple times that he had a gang that robbed people outside of school, forcing them to give money. In the end, C came to my house because she discovered she was pregnant. I accompanied her to the hospital for the procedure, and since then, her mental state has deteriorated, and she is now basically on leave from school. As for B, he is said to have found a new love at school. C asked me to write this not to explain anything, but simply to tell everyone that girls must have a sense of self-protection and should report incidents immediately. Never let sympathy or Stockholm Syndrome cloud your judgment. Protecting yourself should come first. No one has the right to force or harm you. Thanks for reading. In fact, she and I were just in a normal romantic relationship with nothing wrong. The bandages she wore were not on her wrists, but on her throat, which was injured during an attack. I tried to refute those short essays, but such content is endless. Some even posted mosaic picture. Mosaic? Bleh. I know how words work. Some even posted mosaic-covered photos from underskirts, claiming these photos were found on my camera's SD card during the repair. Some took secretly recorded clips of my voice and edited them into staged bullying videos, accusing me of leading the bullying and being a school tyrant. Others pretended to be her friends online, waving fake hospital records, saying she had multiple abortions because of me. Incited by these short essays, many netizens became self-appointed justice warriors. Since then, my inbox and private chats have been filled with curses and insults. My phone has been bombarded with calls from various numbers nationwide. And even some proactive individuals hung insulting banners at the school gate. Netizens do not see this as harassment, nor do they verify if those pictures and videos are real. On the surface, they believe they are upholding justice, executing someone hated by all, while privately, they are just using me as a target to release their hidden negative emotions. The truth is not necessary for them. I don't blame the netizens. Life is hard, and everyone holds some grievances that need an outlet. The internet has no memory. After a few months, they will completely forget about me. What is it about? The story? It's some kind of mystery story. Apparently there's a prequel, but I haven't played it, so I don't really know if that connects. And choose another person or event to release the negative emotions. But I have the memory. Even if she can no longer see these insults and slanders. Even if she once said that those inspiring to be reporters must have strong mental resilience. I don't want to let these deformations exist. I saw you on the bridge. You're so young. Why are you walking so slowly? Wait until now. Are you talking? Is it not picking up? Looks so tired. Here. Guest, a famous information dealer, is said to be able to obtain any information as long as you can pay. He has another identity, the head of the BCC journalist team. This journalist team operates on the dark web, specializing in creating conflict-stirring news and troubleshooting for money. After months of investigation, I found that the online violence against me and her were orchestrated by BCC. Someone in game was talking because the voice seems to sound too good. Well, thank you. My personal information and the black material circulating online were all fabricated by them. This organization might be the backing of the corrections school. A few days ago, I contacted guests through the dark web, pretending I couldn't take it anymore and wanted to end it. He said that as long as I won't provide evidence to the court, the online violence would stop. He also offered me, who was in financial difficulties, a high-paying job, and the interview location at the Riverfield Bridge. I pretended to be someone willing to do anything for money and agreed to the interview. Every story needs an ending. I must catch guest and put an end to this matter once and for all. Yes, you're well informed, right? Of course, I'm a true information expert. Oh, well, you have an interesting ID. No one reads my serious content, but netizens believe in those fabricated stories and blaming me like a target. Well then, it's not too bad. I will become a target for them to blame. By the way, take care of their money. Seems like you've figured it out. The people may be made to follow a path of action, but they may not be made to understand it. Forget about the real reporting. No one likes it, and they might even accuse you of passing negative news. Just grab their money there. I'm glad you're willing to join BCC. Such a talented guy like you, with our help, you can get whatever wealth and authority you want. However, we still have a process to follow. There's an important impromptu test for you. Go ahead. Take a photo from where you are now, at any angle. Then go to Query, find a question, and using the account I gave you, write a negative and citing answer. You must use the photo in your answer, but the content of the photo cannot be the main topic of your response. For example, if you photograph a car, you can't write about traffic jams. You have 20 minutes for the test. If your answer is satisfactory, I'll contact you. Any questions? No, I'll give it a try. Well, good luck. Here are the account and password. Fabricating negative news, this hellish idea, is indeed BCC's style. This test not only evaluates my writing ability, but also my obedience. When she and I were investigating together, we swore to spread the truth. Writing something like this against my conscience is impossible. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I laughed bitterly, took out the chocolate from my pocket. Someone once said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get next. The taste of this chocolate sold by the business is clearly printed on the wrapper. Hit piece writer 6 hours. According to the business, the famous hit piece writer sold part of his memory to the business to pay his debts. After being defeated by the business, it resulted in this chocolate that contains pure skill memory. Once eaten, the person grants the ability to think and write hit pieces within a set time limit. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Sounds mystical. But after witnessing the effects of a certain camera, I have to admit, there is indeed a supernatural power in this world influencing our lives. The business calls it mystery. I think there's nothing that cannot be sold or bought in today's society. So buying and selling memories doesn't seem that fantastical anymore. I tore open the wrapper and put the chocolate in my mouth. A sweet and rich taste spread in my mouth. At the same time, my thoughts suddenly become clear. There's a traffic jam on Riverville Bridge for now. And this is because the other side of the bridge is building a subway station, resulting in halving the lanes on that side of the bridge. It is normal to have a half-hour traffic jam during peak hours or due to accidents on this bridge. The subway station has been under construction for years. Drivers frequently pass by simply know about it. Hence, the cars stuck on the bridge don't honk and complain, quietly wait for the road to clear. Some drivers even turned off their engines, leisurely browsed their phones. This scene, with the bright sunshine and fresh air, is a completely peaceful picture of serenity aside from the heat. Unfortunately, such peaceful scenery can be used to fabricate rumors by someone with unintentional aim. Cars stuck together like staggered short walls. I climbed over the guardrail between the pedestrian and vehicle lanes, nimbly navigating through these short walls. Several drivers and passengers gave me curious looks, but didn't say anything. A little girl, about 2 or 3 years old, poked her head out of the car window, tilting her head to look at me with curiosity. In their eyes, I was probably just a young person in a hurry to cross the bridge. Although I was breaking traffic rules, no one cared during the traffic jam. Oh, did the caption stop capturing? Hi, Veery. How are you? It looks like my... Why did you stop working? Caption stopped working. Oh well. I'm not messing with that right now. I don't know why it's not picking up anymore, but whatever. Hi, Theory. Of course, my goal wasn't to cross the bridge. I reached the middle of the road, bent down, lowered the camera lens, and pressed the shutter. In the lens, the bridge was still the bridge, and the cars were still the cars. But by lowering the angle, the cars' bodies blocked most of the frame. The composition suddenly became oppressive, transforming a serene life to difficult path ahead. I turned the knob on the camera, quickly adjusting the contrast of the vehicles. By brightening the vehicles, they attracted the viewer's attention more. I go live in the middle of class, and it's like, I mean, class is important. I'm just here, being silly little me. Definitely make sure that you're taking care to do what you need in class. Yee. Creating a visual effect of being surrounded by high walls. I need Rickety Fix TV. Yeah, it's been almost a week since I've streamed. I don't think I'll go super long today or anything, but like I got this off of Keymailer and like the artwork looks cute, and it's some kind of mystery game, so. Upgrading the feeling of difficult path ahead to these vehicles are blocking our way forward. But that wasn't enough. I also had to adjust the exposure and tone, turning the originally bright blue sky into a gloomy overcast. At a glance, it would make people feel unpleasant and anxious, intensifying the oppressive atmosphere in the scene and hinting that the obstruction won't be resolved quickly. In other words, the enemy blocking our way will be around for a long time. With her powerful camera, almost like having Photoshop built in, and an ordinary traffic jam scene turned into an impressive photo in a few minutes. As a result, finding a related negative topic was easy. After a quick search, a suitable question appeared on the query page. Can the current education system allow students to develop freely? I uploaded the newly taken photo to my phone and typed the first line of my response. Thanks for the invitation. I'm in Riverville, taking the college entrance exam next year. Well, just finished a tutoring class. The age demographic of core users is mostly students and young people who have graduated for a while. Educational topics, especially those related to fairness, are not always hot trends here. At the same time, the college entrance exam results were just announced, and extracurricular tutoring is a heated topic. By responding as a student with the first-hand experience, I naturally gained the audience's favor. Today's essay class, the teacher mentioned a famous quote, "Man is born free, and everywhere he is in chains." This quote is from Raosu? I think Raosu was wrong. Since living in the trees could become the top scorer of the college entrance exam, it's normal for an essay class to discuss philosophical quotes. Although I can't afford those expensive essay classes, as long as I grasp the core issue, talk about things I haven't experienced is not hard. Such as how to comment on games you haven't played, and how to review books you haven't read, are common skills in the internet age. The key here is to express disagreement with, I am not saying that word right, Rosu's quote. In ancient times, officers working for lords often made shocking statements to capture attention when offering advice. The same principle applies to writing answers. Noticing this stance, most people's first reaction is curiosity. Can a student really disagree with Rosu? Therefore, they want to see what I say next. People, unlike most people, also cannot avoid my open topic track. I'm an expert at critiquing games I don't play. Those who think I'm being presumptuous will read on to refute me. Even fun watchers will stay because they sense there will be something fun here. As long as they stay, I've achieved my goal of fanged profundity. Being born free is not the beautiful vision humanity seeks. However, being born in chains is what humanity truly pursues. From birth, we are divided into different classes. Everyone should have experienced the 100-meter test in school. It is that in the season when the sun is so bright that it hurts to open your eyes. Wearing identical school uniform, when the teacher's whistle blows, running hard on the soft plastic track, such a sport. If we compare life to a 100-meter race, being born represents standing at the starting line. With the sun so bright that it hurts to open your eyes. Difference between being born into a regular family and wealthy family. No, it's not merely wearing ordinary sneakers versus professional running shoes. It's that while the regular family kid anxiously awaits the starting signal at the line, the wealthy family kid is already standing 200 meters ahead of the starting line. In other words, the former hasn't even started running, while the latter has essentially crossed the finish line twice, standing in a place where the former can only dream of reaching. Where families have a higher class, they're not even on this track. They're the ones holding the starter gun at the beginning. Okay, so this is... I wish I could control this a little bit better. I practice with Genshin. Oh my goodness, Fury. The stopwatch at the end. They're born to decide everyone's results. The ranking's so important to the competitors are mere bait to them. As for kids like me, born into poor families, we don't even have the qualifications to stand at the starting line. We can only stand far away, clinging to the fence, watching dust kicked up by others as they run. Using metaphors related to life is the best way to steer thoughts. In reality world, it's not that poor have no chance of winning against the rich. Her and my family backgrounds are worlds apart, yet there's no barrier between us. But when I use metaphors of a 100-meter race, the audience forms a mindset of absolutely unwinnable. Most core users come from families like those in my metaphor of regular and wealthy families. So I need to add characters like the person holding the whistle and person clinging to the fence to the scene. The former establishes a common enemy, as no one wants to control their fate, while the latter provides a lowly, relatable figure invoking sympathy mixed with a sense of superiority, also reminding them of the consequences of falling down the classes. If readers sympathize with you, they will take your side. If they take your side, they will trust you unconditionally. And if they trust you unconditionally, as long as your content isn't outrageously wrong, they will accept it as it is. I didn't exaggerate. I just used a metaphor to explain the reality in front of me. This photograph was taken just now on my way home from school. Today, the temperature in Riverville is about 35 degrees. Sweat evaporates the moment it hits the ground. I'm walking on this long bridge with a subway being built on the other side. The bus I usually take has changed its route because of the subway construction. So I have to take an extra transfer to reach Layman Street. Walking from here to Layman Street can save me a bus fare. On Quarry, a platform where average annual income of $1 million per person, 2 won for a bus ticket is nothing. But for me, saving 2 won a day is 60 won a month, enough for my dad to get an extra bottle of IV fluids. Just now... Okay, I don't know if it's going too slow or too fast. In a car on a bridge, I saw my classmates from the essay class. They're enjoying the cool air conditioning, having lunch, and resting to recharge for the afternoon essay classes. My afternoon have to work at a convenience store. Thankfully, it also has air conditioning. Starting tomorrow, I probably won't see them anymore. My dad's illness has worsened, and we likely won't have the money for my essay class anymore. I should use the summer break to work several jobs and save up for medical expenses. Sometimes I hate those classmates who can attend the classes. Whether it's diligence, comprehension, or hard work, I much I'm much better than them. But where? Okay, I need a drink. If I miss this, so be it. I need a drink. Really pointing at me behind my back. And be diligent student, but this kid has very much thought about this before. Considering the assignment was basically, hey, make something up that sounds really negative. This kid's going in on it. In this paragraph, I deliberately left a trap. There may be meticulous users who point out that my metaphor is too exaggerated, but at that time, someone will definitely counter that view by using the origin of my metaphor, the rich mate, poor mate series. This reality show was extremely well made and persuasive. Thus, when others help me refute, they borrow some of the show's persuasiveness. Those being refuted, whether due to not having seen the show or because of its convincing nature, can only choose to remain silent. Then I'll throw out the core photo. Because of the one-way mirror of the car window, this photo doesn't show anything inside the car. This is ideal since I can't control who's in the car or what they're doing. But I can easily control how the audience imagines the people in the car. They will picture themselves as the protagonist of this answer, helplessly standing under the scorching sun, watching others comfortably sit in a car, reflecting on their own grievances and injustices in school, work, and life, feeling the fear brought by labels like poverty due to illness and class immobility. And naturally, their anger will be directed at the people in the cars. Of course, they don't truly hate the fictional people sitting in the car in the fictional response, but they project their real anger onto the target I've set up. Just like those justice warriors who called to harass me. Extremely mad at me? Median monthly salary of Riverville is 1,001 with an annual bonus. That's 50. After igniting the audience's anger, I need to add some seemingly credible facts to keep their anger burning. The housing price is a topic that closely relates to every reader. The median monthly salary in Riverville is indeed 4,000 won, and housing prices are indeed that high. All riverside villas have indeed been sold. So where do those people who bought riverside villas get their money from? My answer, I simply attributed it to the moment they were born. Readers might even fill in the blanks themselves. Corruption, bribery. In fact, these are true, but not the whole truth. People who bought riverside villas include business owners, officials, university professors, as well as those displaced from demolitions, high-salaried workers, and new energy and IT, and lazy heirs living off their parents' wealth. If there's one difference between these people and people like me and the general public. It is that, no matter how their initial capital was acquired, they have already entered the class of making money with money, while we are still in the class of making money with labor. The former's asset appreciation speed will always be much faster than the latter's. However, I will not mention the whole truth. It is too complex, and complexity doesn't help release emotions. Only by letting people spontaneously form different camps, and then giving them simple, easy to understand, and even conflicting enemy images and targets can meet guests' requirements. Those without houses hope for a housing market crash. Those with houses want a house with a better location. Those with many houses do not want to pay property taxes. They will fight amongst themselves without my extra effort. When they fight, negative emotions will overflow. There's so much thought being put into this. Am I supposed to be able to see more of the answer? This quote is from Razu, but I think Razu is wrong. I can see there are letters. Okay, well then I'm. Oh, okay. Oh, is this the whole thing? Oh shoot. Oh well. At the beginning of my answer, I deliberately denied Razu. At the end, I reaffirmed what I had denied. The point is not whether I agree or not. That is not important at all. The point is to create a strong impression of the sentence in the audience through this echo, especially emphasizing the words master and slave, plus the statement about pulling down and trampling before. The audience will subconsciously search their lives for who is their starter. They will always find one, whether it is their parents, boss, or society itself. I gave them the hammer, they will find the nails. I don't know if current education can allow students to develop freely. I only know that my response can make the audience really angry. That was a hell of a response. There are 5 minutes left till 1 p.m. Exactly 19 minutes since Gust gave me the question. Suppressing the feeling of nausea, I pressed the publish button on the software. Writing this stuff is like torture to the brain. But this is not over yet. I immediately sent the response to my friend. He will time it right, ensuring that Gust sees the answer without interruption. Then provide Corey with my personal information to prove the response is filled with inaccuracies and taking it as false. This way, the spread of this misleading response can be prevented. Very nice response. You passed. There's a car parked on the roadside ahead to your left. Come here. Left. I looked up, and the congested traffic. A red car close to the sidewalk rolled down its window. The sky, so close to me. I suppressed my slightly restless feelings and walked to the side of the car. From the dark, sun-blocked car window came a teeth-gritting voice. Brilliant. I fell asleep. Sorry, I know that's random, but my butt fell asleep. Anyway, what name should I call you, talented young man? Target. Just call me Target. I actually quite like this name. By the way, aren't you going to invite me to sit in the car? I raised my face, deliberately putting on an arrogant look. BCC likes to recruit people who lack social experience, but still think they are special. In their eyes, someone like me who writes such reports is probably seen as that kind of person. Sorry, I'm not used to being in a confined space with strangers. Let's get to the main point. Your query response was very good. In just 20 minutes, you managed to cover education, wealth disparity, healthcare, and infrastructure without missing a beat. You never directly mentioned the government, but every sentence was laced with irony, subtly hitting at it. It was actually very clever. The media that fired you really wasted a treasure. BCC has decided to hire you. In terms of salary, as a junior reporter, your base salary is 3,000, with 10 won per word for reports. If your reports spread well, there are bonuses. How's game? We are still super early in, but I have a feeling the story is going to be very, very interesting. In terms of reputation, BCC will help clear the online rumors about you. In terms of authority, we will provide you with some news material, and if you do well, we will promote you to a major influencer. How about these terms? Are you satisfied? Guest offered a deal that most people couldn't refuse. This deal, in Riverfield's media scene, could probably attract even more powerful editors. What's the premise? It is, yeah. Hang on, let me pull the, Players unravel the truth behind viral internet events, in particular mysteries, objects with supernatural power, navigating a story filled with suspense, romance, and thought-provoking commentary on internet culture. So, at the start, and I'm assuming it's connected to the prequel, I haven't played the prequel, but I'm assuming it's connected to the prequel, where it's like, this character was dating a girl, and at some point, they basically infiltrated a correctional school, I guess? Or it's like it was a training facility type of thing that tortured the kids there. And it's the people behind it basically started an online slander campaign on him. So now he's trying to, I don't know if get revenge is the word I want to use, or, but he's like trying to fix that somehow. So I have a feeling this is going to get really interesting. We just sat there and watched as he wrote this like massive essay that, because he was supposed to write a fake news article, basically. So that's where he is. He's talking to the guy who told him to do this article thing. The focus isn't on the money, but the significant promises and reputation and authority. Given the power BCC showed during my online harassment, they can clearly fulfill these promises. The offer is generous. I agree with you. However, can I meet you face to face? I'm nervous about having such a good offer from a boss I've never met. My goal is to catch a guest. As long as I can take a photo of him with my camera, everything will be done. That seems interesting. Yeah, like, I think it seems really interesting. And it's on sale. I don't know if I mentioned it, because I got the key off of Keymailer, but it is on sale right now, until June 5th, I think. HoYo when it's on the Nintendo eStore. Here, let me make sure. Like, I have the link should be pinned, or if you do ! Game, it should come back up. But It is pinned. Okay, good, good, good. I'm like, it should be pinned. I'm pretty sure it's pinned. But I think they said that it's supposed to be on sale through like the 5th. So I think it's got potential to be really interesting. And like the images all looked really cute when I was looking at like the artwork for it and such. And like watching live 2D streams featuring vtuber Yumino Hitomi, where she delves into chilling tales. Like they've got like I don't know if this is an actual vtuber or if they made their own vtuber, but like and it's got full Chinese voice acting, around 15 hours, Japanese anime style, combining modern Chinese urban settings with occult symbolism. And apparently the artwork is created by Ren Qi, a renowned illustrator known for her work on popular titles such as Marshong Soul and Honkai Impact 3rd. Which explains why, if you look at the character art is so cute. Like, I think the character art's gorgeous. Honkai Impact 3rd. It does go back to HoYo in the end. No, we're ignoring that. It's not a HoYo game. I don't want to hear it. Is not a HoYo. Okay. I heard Honkai can never truly escape HoYo. Okay, but like, look at some of the character art. It's really cute. Let's see if we can get to some of that cute art real fast, because you'll see what I mean. It's really cute. A strange laugh came from the car, sounding like nails on a chalkboard. Well, you didn't learn anything from before. You were harassed online because your personal informant was so easily accessible. As a member of BCC, the first lesson is to conceal yourself. You already committed a violation when you wanted to meet me face to face. As soon as he finished his voice, 2 men in black got out of the car and flanked me, taking my camera. HoYo first truly has everyone on the Okay, but like, hear me out. The art is really cute. This guy, too cautious. I'll have to use the second plan. Information was so easily accessible? You really dare to say that, guest? The online harassment against me was orchestrated by you, wasn't it? And now you're blaming me? I don't care what you've done to me. BCC is just taking orders and doing their job. Nothing shameful about that. That's the rule in this world. But I'm sincerely wanting to join you now. And you won't even meet me face to face. That's just insincere. I pretended to be agitating, pointing at the car window with a hand holding my phone, taking the opportunity to distance myself from the men in black. While my other hand reached for another camera hidden in my coat, my real trump card, the Phoenix 205. I had already set my phone's flashlight, and the camera's film advanced lever was pulled with a single finger. Once I got close enough, I could forcibly illuminate the inside of the car and take a photograph of guest. You're right about one thing. Taking orders and doing the job is nothing to be ashamed of. If I didn't take on the Agatha boarding school job, someone else would. Your information is just there. Even if I didn't take it, someone else would. Well, I can understand your feelings. But meeting face to face is really out of the question. Alright, then let's try another deal. If we can't meet face to face, I want to add one condition. I'm listening. Use the same way you used on me against those who defamed us in the administrators of Agatha boarding school. I intentionally proposed a condition that would be hard for a guest, slowly approaching the car window in the meantime. In the dark web, reputation is very important. Using the same against those who defamed us would mean betraying his own subordinates. and using the same way against the administrators of Agath boarding school would mean betraying his own clients. Compared to meeting face to face, this condition is obviously much harder. Alright, I agree to your condition. And once you join PCC, you won't actually need my help. You can take care of them yourself. As expected, you don't... What? Wait, what? Guest's straightforward attitude took me by surprise. I can take care of them myself? Doesn't he care about the reputation of BCC? You seem to know almost nothing about BCC, young man. There is nothing I cannot do, no puzzle I cannot solve, no profit I will not make, and no battle I will not win. In the face of overwhelming power, keeping promises is not important at all. I sincerely want you to join BCC. So, can you put away the peep show box in your hand? Dun dun dun. Peep show box. Gus accurately called out the real name of the camera in my hand. How does he know? I didn't have time to think. I raised the Phoenix 205 and phone in my hand, aimed at the car window, turned on the flashlight, and pressed the shutter. With the light from my phone, I saw a black umbrella inside the car, blocking the outside light completely. Oh my god. This guy is paranoid. He's got levels. Okay, this is fun. My camera only captured the image of the umbrella. You are tricky. You planned to use the peep show box to take my picture, then bring me down. Unfortunately, you are not ruthless enough.
Boy! Huh?
Just look over there. Guest's leisurely words stopped me from reaching into the car to pull the umbrella. Following his voice, a roar of a motorcycle sounded. As I looked up, a speeding motorcyclist burst out from between the cars beside me. The kid who was tilting her head to look at me was still halfway out the car. She was right in the path of the oncoming motorcycle. No commercials. No commercials. I'm sorry. I cannot turn off the commercials. I would if I could, but I can't. It is not an option. And I'd rather do them all at the start of the hour than have free rolls on. I'm sorry. This is why you subscribe to your favorite streamers, or use a you can find a good chat or ad blocker, but that's a little bit harder. So. Part of me wants to get. Do I want to get a poke? I kind of want a Bochi emote. That would be fun. Maybe down the line. It was right in the path of the motorcycle. The kid didn't notice the motorcycle, or in other words, she had no idea that danger was coming. While the motorcyclist, as if on purpose, he didn't slow down but revved the engine. Damn it! I pulled my hand back from the car window, raised my camera, and rapidly took several shots of the motorcycle heading towards the kid. The car window closed slowly, but I couldn't care about that anymore. Saving the kid was more important than catching a guest. Oh me, I wish I could. There's not much I can do about the ads. I'll be over in about 30 seconds. You got this, I believe in you. You can't hear me, but, you know, I believe in you. Actually, there's not much I can do about the ads. Oh, 14, 13... That is one thing I do which we could kind of change about Twitch, because I know a lot of people... Do some people make money off of ads? Probably, but most people don't make more than like a few cents here and a few cents there. And a lot of people would be more than happy to turn ads off, but they can't. HoYo again. Hi. Sorry, I can't turn off ads. There's not really much I can do about that. But welcome back. Okay. First shot, the motorcyclist rushing towards the kid. Second shot, the kid unaware of the imminent danger. Third shot, the motorcycle flipping over. As soon as I pressed the shutter 3 times, the motorcycle had already crashed into the car and flown to the edge of the bridge. Oh, okay. The kid lay by the car window, blood staining the car's side. Guest, you're insane. I quickly activated the hidden button on the side of my camera. Suddenly, everything went dark, and my consciousness plunged into the Phoenix 205. The world turned into an abstract painting of only black and white. Oh, is this game like role-playing game? One of those that tells you the story? Yeah. It's a visual novel. So, it's basically a book with extra steps. Which I like books with extra steps, personally. Not for everyone. I enjoy them, though. The world turned into an abstract painting of only black and white. Oh. Okay, this is kind of cool, though. All the 3 photos I had just taken appeared in sequence before me. The ancients believed that photography was sorcery. They thought the photographer borrowed power from King Yan, captured and restrained people's souls by taking their photos with a camera. This is, of course, just superstition. Even the mysterious camera in my hand can only capture mysteries. After all, souls don't exist in this world. Oh, okay! Not quite where I was expecting that to go, but I'll take it, I guess. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a visual novel, so it's like, it's all, it's got like animated scenes, and sorry I don't speak English, I understand very little. Sorry if I say things that have nothing to do with the conversation. You're okay. You're good. But yeah, it is one of those ones that just kind of tell you the story. Right now, this camera contains the mystery known as the Peep Show box. Peep Show, a traditional folk art that didn't last long. Performers would usually set down a large box containing peep shows in bustling areas, with several glass holes on the box. I'm getting myself like stories for children. I'm only guided by the images. Fair enough. That's fair. Audience would lean on the glass holes to watch the pictures inside the box slide by, experiencing the story along with the performer's narration. The smartest performers wouldn't follow the script. They would freely rearrange the sequence of the pictures according to their understanding. Thus, each performance would be unique from the other. The shows that the audience saw would depend entirely on the performer's intent. This mystery, born from the antique peep show box, can freely control the sequence of images to alter the reality. So the order I want to change is reverse the position of the second and third, and first and second, and the first and third, first and third, maybe? You know, I should have expected puzzles. Like, it's a mystery sort of game. I should have expected puzzles. For mystery fans, geez, it's mind-bending plot twists, including time. Yeah, I should have. Did I? No. So we're going to see how this goes. First, no, this still won't save the kid. Let me think again. Oh, well, I mean, oh, it's one of these where it's just basically letting me do it. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah. As my fingers twisted, the reality changed. By the power of the peep show box, the fact became that the motorcyclist crashed before the kid leaned at her head. This will save her. Ugh. One side of my head took a heavy hit. All my strength drained in an instant. A tidal wave of exhaustion flooded my entire body. My legs went weak, and I barely leaned against the bridge's railing to avoid collapsing. I could barely see that kid curiously leaned out of the car window, looking at the motorcyclist who had crashed and was lying on the bridge because he was riding too fast. The story seems like you're investigating an accident. Kind of? Like, right this second, that's kind of the setup they're going for. I had rearranged the sequence of events, placing the motorcycle crash before the kid leaned out, turning the events from the motorcyclist hitting the kid and flipping over, to the motorcyclist flipping over first, and then the kid leaning out to see what happened. I did it. A salty taste spread across my lips. I touched them with my hand. Without consciousness, blood had dripped from my nose to my chin, falling onto the bridge. Even altering causation, that peep show box is impressive. Among the mysteries I've seen, it also ranks in the top 3. The car window opened again, seemingly mocking me. 2 men in black who had stood behind me gripped me once more. The bulging muscles under their suits showed they were well trained. Even in my best condition, I might not be a match for one of their hands. And for now, with my current physical state, I could barely stand without leaning on the railing. One of the men in black courteously handed me a tissue. I brushed his hand aside and wiped the blood from my face with my sleeve. Using mystery comes with a price. I changed the fact that the kid was hit, but the fact won't disappear. It will rebound onto me. As a result, I received a heavy, seemingly out of nowhere blow to my head. I have to say, my applause was genuinely for you. I didn't expect you to actually choose to save the kid. What does she have to do with you? It's not like you caused her to fall. It was her parents' fault. Honestly, I admire people with strong convictions like you. My subordinates are too much like tools. So, even though you want to kill me, I can still let bygones be bygones and recruit you into BCC. Who cares about such a trash organization? Okay, well, don't say that. You want to marry her, right? That's great. I think you two make a good couple. But, do you know what it takes to get married in Riverville now? How much the bride price is? She's a good girl. She won't ask for much. But will you really have no sense of responsibility, not give her anything? Can you afford a house in Riverville? Are you really willing to let her live a poor life with you? Join BCC, and you'll have everything you need. You don't need to care about those people on the street. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve saving. As guests spoke, the cars on the bridge suddenly came to a halt. People in various outfits holding their phones got out of the cars, their eyes seemingly glued to their screens, not looking away. Mechanically surrounding the red car and me. I even saw the child I had just saved, curled up in her mother's arms, looking around in fear. The mother, with a blank expression, stared at her phone, ignoring her child. How about it? This is my mystery. Even with your peep show box, so what? The entire street is my people. How can you fight me? These puppet-like people, what makes them worth your sacrifice? The motorcycle, was it your doing? The limping motorcyclist stood on the edge of the crowd, not caring about his bleeding leg, fixated on his phone screen. Yes, I can still arrange for your social death. The snap of guests' fingers. These people all pointed their phone cameras at me. Is it really not worth saving them? My gaze met the eyes of the child I had just seen. She looked very scared, on the verge of tears. But the bizarre behavior of the adults around her scared her so much that she couldn't even cry. At least, there's one person who hasn't been tainted by your anomaly. I stood up, moved away from the bridge railing, and with trembling arms, raised my camera towards the car window. Guest, did you know the anger of a commoner? If a man of power and bravery is provoked to anger, 2 corpses will lie side by side. Blood will flow for 5 paces, and the world will mourn and wait. Today is such a day. Wow, wow. Do you really want to perish together with me? No, the anger of a commoner is not about to perish together, but about never bowing down or begging for favors, no matter who stands before them. I don't know what you're saying, but I agree. I will never join you. I may be poor, but my spirit is rich. I may be poor, but my spirit is rich. My spirit is rich. Good, good. You are good. You remind me when I was young. You have your impressive attitude. I've changed my mind. You desire that. Something inside the car moved. The man in black skillfully untied his tie and stood behind me. The next moment, something tightened around my throat. A tie wrapped tightly around my neck, then suddenly constricted. I struggled to breathe, but no fresh air entered my lungs. You can't stab me, but I can kill you and her. I won't let you touch her. She is now unrelated to this matter. My vision gradually blurred. My temples throbbed with intense pain. Then, even the feeling in my limbs became fuzzy. The last thing I could do was to follow the initial, and also the worst, plan. I leaned all my weight against the bridge railing, raised the Phoenix 205 in my hand, and make myself the best target. A slick, snake-like sensation wrapped around my hand, trying to pry my fingers open. Just as in my plan, the more ruthless the superior, the less they trust others. A mystery as important as the peep show box would only be taken personally. I couldn't resist, nor did I need to. With the last of my strength, I held onto the thing reaching out to me, then activated the peep show box, pulling out a pre-prepared photograph negative. A shot from months ago when a worker tightened the screws on the railing I was leaning against during bridge maintenance. I, along with the venomous snake I tightly held, fell into the fast waves below.
没问题的，我相信你，我相信你一定能成功的。
It's okay. I believe in you. I believe you can succeed. Do you think that's... Sorry, I did it. Do you think that's the girlfriend? Everything went black. Just before losing consciousness, I think I smiled. A bird-watching camera stood alone in the reeds by the riverside. For some reason, its lens wasn't pointed at the river or the reeds, but at Riverville Bridge. A series of camera flashes lit up from the bridge, while this light activated the bird-watching camera sensor. In a millisecond, the camera woke from its sleep mode, capturing the lonely figure falling from the bridge, capturing the scene of the bridge railing flying off like a long snake. Then the dull splash sound came belatedly. The figure hit the water heavily, sending up high white splashes, startling a flock of gulls. The camera didn't know what had happened. It was just faithfully recording everything. Perhaps its high-powered zoom lens might have captured a victory smile on one of the fallen figure's faces. on comments.
顾维，给大家做个自我介绍吧。
Okay, I kind of. Yeah, I save. Does it just auto save when you do that? Yeah, okay, I guess it quick saved. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there because I did say that it was gonna be a relatively short stream. So we got through the prologue. We didn't get to the cute character images yet, but that just means I have to do it again. It just means we play it again. Or like I said, I think I'm gonna start playing visual novels and like posting YouTube videos of them. I don't know. We'll find out. I agree. Did you enjoy yourself, kitty cat? I mean, yeah. I didn't have a bad time. I'm just also kind of tired, so. But I had a good time. And do you like the setup? It's simple and it's cute, and I kind of like because I've got this cute little background for it too, for when things decide they're just not gonna work type of thing. But I like this overlay. I worked hard on. I've been trying to set some stuff up. It's adorable. Yeah, I've been trying to set stuff up. And are you leaving already? Yeah, it was short today, but I'm going to probably call it for today. I might try to do Star Rail tomorrow, but I don't want to make any promises because I've just been really tired. But I wanted to do this because I haven't streamed in like a week. And I got a key for it. I've got a couple of other keys I could use too, so. But so thank you guys for hanging out for a while. Hopefully it was enjoyable. Hopefully it was good. I'll try to stream again soon. Thank you guys for hanging out. I understand. Hope you had a great time. Good luck. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for hanging out for a bit. I know it was like super short, but I'm kind of tired. Oh yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.